very artistic side when it comes to singing, writing songs. Oneal, let's talk about that. Let's update these people.
Okay. Where do we want to begin?
At the start, at the beginning.
Well, my first single was Check Your Coat. It was produced by DJ Cassidy and Dub L. And DJ Cassidy is a celebrity DJ. He DJed Barack Obama's inauguration.
Nice.
Parties for Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z, and Beyonce's wedding. He's like the music industry go-to DJ. And, you know, initially when I met Cassidy, we were just friends, and we were just, you know, cool, hanging out. And he played me a beat, and it was a beat to a song called Check Your Coat that I wrote on the spot, and it became my first single. And I didn't think anything of it. I was just playing around with it, and he called me a couple of days later and said, listen, let's record it in the studio. I recorded it, and my very first single wound up being one of Rolling Stone's top 100 singles.
Yeah,
and,
yep, very hot.
it was just, you know, I hate to call it a fluke. I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and timing is key in life. And so I was just at the right place at the right time, and you know, I'm still growing. I'm still perfecting this thing called music. I've always been a fan of music because, you know, I was a dancer myself. You know, I danced for Andre 3000. You know, I toured with Puff. You know, I styled him, and I was one of his dancers. So it's kind of like, you know, music is definitely flowing through my veins. I'm embarking on a different sound. I've had the privilege to work with Junior Sanchez and Michael Moog. And Junior Sanchez worked with everybody from Daft Punk, Madonna, Good Charlotte, and he's just an amazing guy. And it took us a minute to get together because he was trying to, you know, reach out to me, and he wanted to make some music with me. And I just recently, early this year, he got in contact with my manager. He was like, you know, I love this guy Oneal. I'm getting married. I want him to perform at my wedding.
Wow.
And so, you know, I didn't really know a lot about him. You know, I knew his production value, but I didn't know a lot about him as a person. So I was like, all right, cool. So we met. He was the coolest guy, and he was like, listen, I just got a concept, an idea, and I think I could come, you know, I got a sound for you. And, you know, it's robot music, and the first single with Junior Sanchez is called Crazy.
I know, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so catchy. Like, Check Your Coat, I love. And there were so many remixes to Check Your Coat. I think Diddy, Busta Rhymes jumped on there, and I've heard some really cool...
Yeah. There was a lot of remixes.
I can't imagine what's going to be coming to Crazy, and I'm really excited about that. But I love Crazy, and it's crazy, all right. I want to share it. Let's play some Crazy. Oneal McKnight.
Space. It's Friday night. Hit the club. Music's tight. Your dress is banging. Your body's right. I want a sample. We can party all night long. Yeah, you really work it, lady. Sexy lady. And it turns me on. And did I mention I got your thumb between your private and pushing up on me? You're about to get a real love fantasy. A fantasy. I'm working, baby. Say you're really sexy. You're my baby. Till the sunrise, say I'm ready for the sex because you really
Crazy. Oneal McKnight, we are loving it up here. Even little Adea, she is bopping away. We're all really liking
That's right,
this.
that's right. It's getting close to the weekend, so it's okay to get a little crazy.
You better believe it, Oneal. It is so great to have you here. And before we let you go, I mean, I never want to let you go, but, you know, time, you know, we are on a time budget here. So I do want to talk about the reality show. Can we get into that?
Yeah. Yes, a big shout out to the Halogen Network. I just did a reality show called Noble Exchange, and I had the privilege of going over to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and connecting with an artist by the name of Quinho, Brazilian artist who only sings in Portuguese, and we had an amazing collaboration. I was a little skeptical because of the language barrier, but we blended our styles together, came up with a beautiful song, and shot a video out there, and then I went over to the favelas, and I don't know if a lot of people have seen the movie City of God.
Wow.
And it's just really, when you think you've seen ghettos, you've never seen anything like this, and the favelas are very, very intense. But one thing I did admire about these poverty-stricken kids, and a lot of these kids who didn't have a lot of things, that they still had a smile on their face, and music was an amazing outlet for them.
Yep.
And these kids were so creative and so magical, and the sounds and the things that they were coming up with, you know, from the favelas. And I was really happy to be a part of that, and to take in the culture and just really be embraced by them, and just learning a lot more about myself, and it was just an amazing experience. And it's like the world is so big, and it's like so many places that, you know, a lot of people never get a chance to see. And I've been privileged in my life to travel all over the world, and, you know, it was just a great feeling.
I love that you shared that. I really want to travel like that. Like, I really want to see these things because, like you said, it's kind of life-changing. I'm sure, like, seeing that, and meanwhile, people complain here every day, and yet you're even saying those kids, and those are like the worst conditions, still had a smile on their face.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those were like the worst conditions. I mean, people were literally living on top of each other, and it's like,
oh my God,
their floors are like the ground, and you know, the water, and there's not proper recycling, garbage, you know, disposal stuff. It was really like, wow, you know.
Yeah.
But that music, it's that one universal thing that we have no control over, and that's music, and that's the ability to create something that can give someone an emotion of joy. And it's just like, it was funny because all these people I was around, they spoke Portuguese, and but when I sang a Michael Jackson song, they could sing every word.
Really?
They knew every word.
Aww.
But when I tried to talk to them, we couldn't understand each other because of the language barrier.
Right.
It just showed you how magical music is, and it shows you how magical an artist like Michael Jackson was to be able to transcend beyond something so big that people in countries that can't even speak English can recite his songs word for word, but then can't have a conversation with you. But it was that music that brought us together. Universal
language, definitely.
Yep.
Music is the answer. It really is. And that just proves it right there. I hear it so often, and that's so beautiful. That is so true. And I definitely want to see these kind of places. I want to go there and see the world and experience, and, you know, maybe contribute some joy and get some in return. It's very important to do that.
Oh, yeah. It's you know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, I've been very fortunate to be exposed to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I traveled a lot this year. I was in, you know, Paris. I was in London. I was in Brazil. I was in Glasgow. I was in, you know, Scotland. You know, I was all over this year. And so, you know, it's been like that for a long time for me, and because of my work and what I do. And I'm sure as, you know, things start to grow, some of them get bigger and better. But it is an amazing feeling. I always joke because my passport looks like I'm a spy because it's stamped up so much. I've been so many places, but it's cool.
I hope to have a passport like that soon, Oneal.